Okay, hello. I wanted to go over assignments today. Now, you'll find assignments in your classes. When you go into your class and you set up your home page and you go into modules, assignments are the pieces that go into your modules. So for example, this lab 5 I have here is an assignment. So when I click on it, it gives me points values, how I'm submitting, types of files I'll get. I have a worksheet that they look at. So that would be an assignment. So what I want to go over today is how to set up the assignments. And you can find assignments on the left-hand side, right here. And when you click on it, it will pull up all the assignments that you can put in. The way that I've broken mine up is I've kind of listed everything on this tab. You can go beyond that. I probably need to clean this up a little bit. I have an AutoCAD certified user exam that I include on here. I've separated that. I've separated some of my labs. You can separate the assignments the way, however you want to for organization. Now when you create an assignment, you want to go to the assignments tab, or if you want to click on a new assignment, you can hit the plus here. It'll go underneath this tab, or you can just hit plus here and it'll go to the bottom of the page. We hit new assignment, and then I'm going to create a sample here. I'm going to create one utilizing a blue book that we do. So I usually like to do some practice drawings. I use a blue book and a white book. So I'll put that down. And I like to put the page number down. So I'm making up a fake page number. I'm not going to actually leave this in the class. But I'm going to throw that down. Now that's just the title. Down here you want to describe what the assignment is. So on page 34, complete the drawing problems 3.8 and 3.9. So I've added in there what they need to do. I also need to add how I want the assignment. So this is something I talked over with my class before. I want them to use the standard template. I want them to do a 3-view drawing. And I want them to complete it with the title block. And this is stuff that we've gone through in the past, and I'm just kind of set it up so they know what I want. And I want them to turn it in as a PDF. This is something that we go over in class. We talk to them. This isn't going to be anything new for them, but you do want to describe your assignment in here. You can have quite a bit listed in here if you need to, but for a quick demo for me, for this video, I've just kind of chosen something quick. I'm going to assign points to this. I'm going to assign 20 points. Assignment group, you can leave it as assignments. Display as points, depending on how you do your grades. You can do percentages, complete or incomplete, letter grades. I like to stick with points. I try to keep it easy. It's easier for me. All right. And you can choose if this goes towards the final grade or not, but usually you do. All right. Normally on an assignment, it says no submission right away. I mean, it's up to you. I always do an online submission. I love getting my assignments online. It gives a timestamp. And when the students tell me, oh, I turned it in and left it on your desk, they can't do that anymore because I'll look on Canvas, they'll see that, okay, it's not there, or they'll turn it in and then it'll be late. If you're somebody that marks down for late assignments, you can see how late it'll be. It'll tell you how long, like how much time has passed. Sometimes I might get a late assignment in. It might say like 3 days or 3.4 days late. So you can set that up however you like for that. But I do like to do it online. You can do no submission or on paper. On paper it'd be they just hand it to you. So, but I do like to do the online. And with online, they can do a text entry. If you want them to describe something, they can do that. Website URL, media recordings, you can have them record something for their assignment. Student annotation, or file uploads. I always do file uploads. Depending on the class, I will restrict my format of the upload that I receive. I like to see PDFs. That's not something you have to do. You can just leave it as file uploads. But I like to receive my drawings as a PDF. It's easy for me to see in the grading tool. It just pulls up, or I don't have to download it and reopen it on the software. So, but you can do any of these, you can do none of these. It's really all up to you. You can put in how many submission attempts. Canvas is really neat with turning things in. Kids can just keep turning them in. If they get it wrong, then they can turn in something else. I tell a lot of my students, because I count against them for late work, I tell them turn in what you got before it's late, and then if you do more, turn it in again. So they have that assignment in on time. Because my grade book puts in a 0 if it's late. And a lot of kids that drops their scores real quick, and they come up to me real quick and say, oh, can I turn this in? Yeah, you can, but go ahead and do it. So you can do submission attempts. I leave it unlimited. It just leaves the latest one on top for you to look at, but you can go through the history. I like the plagiarism review. We used to do this a couple of years ago. I guess it's back. And I guess it depends on the school you teach at, whether you have it or not. But it will tell you if students copied and pasted, or if they just plagiarized off of somebody else. And it'll give you like a red, yellow, or green color. Green color means that student didn't plagiarize anything. Yellow means they plagiarized some or a little. Red means they completely plagiarized it. And I've told students that, look, if you turn it in and it's red, you need to redo it. Redo it and turn it in again. And I know I got college professors that do the same thing, where they're not going to accept it until it turns to a green color. So I like that. And it shows it to them. You can have it show it to them immediately so they can manage that. You can do group assessments, peer reviews if you want. I don't typically do that. You can sync to PowerSchool if that's available. Not everybody will have that available to them. And then you can put in a date and time for a due date. This is actually a next semester's class. I'm going to put in a due date for that semester. And you can put a time. I usually put down midnight because I always get students asking me, can I work on it tonight? And I always say yes, and because I always leave it 1 minute before midnight. It's just what usually pops up. So when you're done, you can notify users if you changed anything. That'd be your students. And you can hit save, or you can hit save and publish. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Now the next thing, so this is our assignment. This is our title, description, points, type of submitting. For me, type of format. You may not do that. And then a due date. Now I like to add a rubric, and I know I had somebody asking me earlier when we had discussions about going into rubrics. I'm going to go ahead and add a rubric here. And a rubric is it's a breakdown of how you're going to score the paper, or how you're going to score the assignment. You can list on here, okay, I'm going to give you 5 points if you do this, but if you don't do this, and you do, like, say you miss something, then I'll give you 3 points. If you miss that too, then I'll give you 0 points. And you're kind of laying it out for them right up front. And you can probably also do just one rubric if you have a lot of similar assignments and pull in the same rubric. I'm going to see if I can find my last rubric. I just created one. I was hoping it'd pop up right at the beginning. And you can find your classes here if you've made rubrics before, and you can pull them in. These are all old classes that I've had. I'm going to try to find a simple one. Not really finding anything easy. I'll go ahead and add this. Now in here it's only got two options. We can change that. I'm going to hit edit here. I didn't say this is be dimensioned, so I'm going to also edit this. Here it says all dimensions are present. I'm going to say, let's see here, I wanted it to be a 3-view drawing and use a standard template. So I'm going to put in use standard template and format, no, I don't want to say format, and completed 3 views. All right, I'm going to update. So that changed it here. And then on here, I'm going to edit my full marks. And I'm going to put, I don't like to put marks, I like to put points. full point will be if used the standard template and 3 views. I'm going to say if completed. If correctly completed. If correctly created. Let's do that. Alright, and we're going to update it. And I also want to change the points because I want to make this total of 15. And then I'm going to add one because I want one in the middle. Let's say 9. Alright, included the standard template for 3 views. So this one's or, complete one or the other. And then this one will be our points did not include template or 3 views. Alright, I'm going to update it. And then I'm going to go ahead and leave these alone, but these would be other things that you would have put in your description that you're grading. Now this adds up. It automatically adds it for you. And I like to use this rubric for assessment grading. So I like to use that when I grade. So when I hit update rubric, I'm going to go ahead and change it. And now what'll happen is when I go up to grade, like when I go into here and I grade, I go up to speed grader, which is what I usually use. It'll list all my students. Of course, they're not darkened because nobody's turned anything in. I'll list all the students. If I view the rubric, I can see it right here, and I can highlight the things that I want to grade. So let's say that she did the first 2 things but didn't do the last thing. And if I want to, I can make a comment, I did not include, and then I can put down what it didn't include, and I can hit save. I should probably put, this is a disregard. Disregard this, because it'll send her a message if I hit save. So, all right, and it kind of gives them a breakdown of how they did. And then I can go to the next student, view rubric, click on the points, save, then keep going. So it's a very easy, quick way to do it. It breaks this down for the students to see. They can see what they're getting graded on. If they're running out of time, they can pick and choose what to leave out and still get the assignment in. So if they see, oh, this one piece is just 1 point, I can go ahead and get it turned in and on time. I might just lose that 1 point. So that can help with that. Things you don't want to do is you don't want to be vague or overly detailed. Try not to put too much into it, but also don't just give 1 or 3 word descriptions. Try to stay consistent with the language. And align your rubric. Look at your description of your assignment. and align your rubric with that. And if you feel like you need to add to your rubric, then make sure you add to the description also. There shouldn't be any surprises in the rubric. And this is what the kid will see. And if they see it, they don't see it up here, because most kids will just read this and do the assignment, and you add something down your rubric you didn't include up here, they will miss it. And my professors do this, and I miss things all the time because they don't have their description and their rubric consistent. And I should know by now that I should be reading both. But I still miss things when that happens. All right. So hopefully this helps. We'll see how this goes. Email me if you have other questions. If I should throw out another video, if I might have missed something. Kind of feel like I rushed this, but I kind of also feel like my videos get pretty long. So we're going to try to see how this works for you. Let me know if you use it, if you don't use it, if you need help with it. Just let me know. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out so it's not too long a video, and have fun with it.